Muy buenas a todos, chavales, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Aquí os traigo un nuevo vídeo de NBA2k16. Estamos en el último partido de la temporada Rookie. Y bueno, vamos a jugarlo contra los tres Pistons. Le mando un mensaje. No sé de qué es. Pero bueno, da igual. No importa.
Starting at shooting guard at 6'6" number 5, J.R. Smith. Manning the middle at 6'9".
Bueno, estos son los titulares, lo que nosotros no somos. Bueno, vamos a empezar. Jackson. Entra como vas. Con su miedo de tiempo. Ah, me ignoran, tío, lo de mi equipo. Ay, pero si hay justamente en el medio.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out. You've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone,
vale, ya tengo para chuparla, ¿vale?
for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
And it's Baines missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Shumpert against Johnson. And finished off by Shumpert.
And you know, that's an example of
Vamos a intentar hacer el mejor partido de nuestras vidas, que eso es imposible, pero bueno. Vamos a intentar hacer asistencia a full. Oye, este.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Cleveland leading by 6. Freak kicks to Fry. On the wing, Shumpert. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Detroit with the rebound. Baines has got his 3rd rebound tonight. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Johnson dishes to Tolliver. Outside for Jackson. There's the pick. It's holding by Fry. Back to Shumpert.
¿no? Ahora hemos ganado tiempo, está bien, 15 no hemos hecho nada en este partido. Pero bueno. Pero que sí, que sí. Soy escolta ahora, tío. Qué puta mierda.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And from what you guys have seen so far,
what's your take? Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Freak, and it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks provided.
Madre mía, qué paliza, por favor. A los Detroit Pistons. También los Cavaliers, ¿eh? A pasar necesitamos mejorar y estar en titulares. Yo me quedaría. Está bien, está bien. Este es un directo de madrugada, en verdad, este directo, ¿eh? Directo de madrugada, a las 12:21, chaval. Vale, que ladies, por favor. A ver, cuando entramos. Contra... Vale, 78,5. Le cuesta encajar contratos. Vale, que le defenda con presión. Entra como escolta.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots.
Vamos.
A lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
Y eso que no me subió mucho la media de...
Harris is out there with Marcus Morris, and it's Baines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Detroit, no good that time either. Or Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice
asistencia. LeBron, por favor.
Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
Hay que coger el balón.
Exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Lo ignora. Pero bueno, a ver, también están bajo de canasta. Pero bueno.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Morris a screen. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. From 12 feet out. Off the iron that time.
And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere.
And that one's good. And that's now 9 points for Freak. The Pistons shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. The drive by Jackson. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Jackson's got his third bucket of the night.
And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster. You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
The Pistons have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Jackson with it. He's picked up by James. Jackson passes to Morris. The dish to Harris. Uncovered.
No, ese soy yo. Pero defensivo, pero si ese no era mío.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Anotar cuando tengáis ventaja. Vale. Claro, ¿no? Que la defensa se centre en mí.
Show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. Second, the Cavaliers.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Channing Fries checked in for Tristan Thompson. Shumpert comes in for Kevin Love.
Chupón, tío.
And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for
Vale, bro. Tienen por culo, tío, bro.
I've seen that a few times today, guys. I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it. And Detroit, with a 32-50 record last season, they didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Heat.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against...
Toma mate. Primer mate, creo que.
How many free runs to the hoop they got.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Jackson kicks to Harris. 5 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. And it's
buena.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now.
James.
The ball.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
Outside Jackson. Fires from deep. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now.
Their
LeBron,
game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Freak, guarded by Jackson. And Fry has it in the corner. Dellavedova kicks to Freak. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
No sé.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a big group substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. LeBron, he's checked in for Shumpert. And Freak subbed in for Mo Williams. And a different look here for the Pistons. Marcus Morris is checked in for Tolliver. Tobias Harris comes in for Johnson. And Tavius checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Jackson in for Steve Blake. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Freak at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Bien,
Here's what
compañero.
Detroit's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Tolliver in for Morris. Inside, here's Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them.
Oh, mierda.
Over to the wing. Jackson, a screen on Smith. They set the screen. The 3. And Caldwell Pope.
Pero defensivo no, tío, no me la pongas.
Caldwell Pope's got 9 points now in just the second.
Así miro eso.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Thompson with the bucket.
Nunca me van a dar una asistencia, ¿no? Me parece bien.
Detroit's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Jackson kicks to Baines. Caldwell Pope dishes to Baines. Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Smith. And a foul called on the shot. On the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And guys, you know, Cantavius Caldwell Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2 guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Shumpert in there for Smith. And a switcher also for Detroit. Bullock's checked in. LeBron outside. Lets it go with a 3. And that one's
LeBron.
On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development.
Picked by Mozgov. Here's Shumpert. Back to Mozgov. Thompson. And easy 2 points on the layup.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Cleveland.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
I'm sure it meant a lot to them not letting a conference opponent get the better of them. That's important to them for sure.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Thompson. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in.
Pues una asistencia porque el tío mantenía como 50 minutos el balón.
Not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Lets it go with a 3. Off
No.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here.
No, no. A menos. Ah, está bien.
Kevin, you guys.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Creo que si quito el idioma en inglés, en plan lo de inglés, creo que no hay post partido.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Tristan Thompson. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season, and that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season.
No vamos a hombre de partida ni nada, si no hubieran hablado de nosotros. O no hubiera sido un logro. A ver qué pasa, ya hemos hecho los 8 partidos. Cuando ficha este. Boston Celtics. Ah, no, venga, vamos a jugar este partido, ¿eh? ¿El último entonces qué?
Can't believe the regular season's done.
Playoff. Ah, que estamos en playoff.
Games I can barely remember, but we did it. We made the playoffs, and tonight I make my postseason debut. I was inside big as a rookie, but I can't wait to see what this team can do. Like KG
Contra los
said,
Boston Celtics, mi equipo.
So let's go chase that title.
Welcome everyone, the regular
En
season
nuestro campo el primer día.
the battle for the East begins. Round 1, game 1.
Yo animando al equipo, pero no soy titular.
Sideline reporter Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Boston Celtics facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Look at Cleveland, so important in a 7-game series to maintain. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Irving attacking, kicks it out to Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Love's got his first 2 points.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a
Vale. Que con esto
Yeah, completely.
hace falta.
Brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyrie Irving. And the Celtics also making a change. Marcus Smart's checked in for Avery Bradley. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Smart kicks to Thomas. He feeds it to Olynyk. Mozgov with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov. Here's Smart. Clock at 4. Boston again missing.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
And finished off by LeBron.
Bien.
To the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on those.
Dios, ¿cómo te puedes meter eso?
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. Freak kicks to James. Mozgov sets a screen for LeBron. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Such a wide open look.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Now, here's Thomas. Johnson the screen. And Thomas, here we go. Here's Olynyk. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Freak with it. Now Thomas defending. And Fry has it in the corner. James in the post. He's got 13. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Johnson the screen.
Estamos mejorando poco a poco, ¿eh? O sea, ahora mismo no estamos haciendo nada, pero bueno, son pasos importantes, aunque no salgan mucho.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Freak kicks to Fry.
Asistencia, loco. Madre mía, ¿qué fue eso?
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Thomas up top. Here's Crowder. Here's Johnson. He knocks it down.
Un guantazo que te metió en la cara. Pero bueno, no sirve para nada.
And it looks like they are going to review the play.
Vamos para la segunda parte.
Did he get the basket off in time? Recently, we sat down with Freak to discuss his NBA future as a free agent this offseason.
¿Qué pasa? Bueno, le damos rápido, si es un normal. Bueno, vamos ganando. Como escolta.
LeBron comes in for Smith, and Freak subbed in for Shumpert, and a new group in for the Celtics. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Freak, and it's Fry in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Smart. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shoots the three. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising, given their advantage.
Sí va a ser.
I'll tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Osgood's checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Johnson's checked in.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland.
Move the ball. Stick it to much.
Freak kicks to Mozgov. Good.
They're forcing the ball inside. It's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Smart with the ball. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Down low. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Bradley. And that's now 7 points for Johnson. Freak dishes to Mozgov. On the wing, James. And they double up James. Mozgov kicks to Freak. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 15. And here's Smart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Johnson sets the screen for Smart. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. And a wide open look for Freak.
Solo. Está solo.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Crowder. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line.
Estaba solo, tío.
Play chance here. And he's got his first chance at the line here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Freak with it. Now guarded by Smart. Mozgov with the bucket.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Clark, they've dialed it in here in the second quarter, playing really well.
There's 18 seconds left now here in the second. From outside the arc. Great D that time from Freak. Expanding his range. Count that one.
Fuera.
A dominating.
Nada. Para 51 y 34, vamos bien, y estos son los playoffs. ¿Cómo vas?
Channing Fries checked in for Thompson. Shumper comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And Freak subbed in for Kyrie Irving. On the floor for Boston, Isaiah Thomas out there with Smart. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then it's Johnson. And it's Zeller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Johnson against LeBron. Kicks it to Freak. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Vamos. Looking on dance.
4 assists in the game.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Picked by Zeller. There's the screen. Thomas passes to Zeller. Shot off the pick. And James pulls it down.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg.
Nadie me pasó el balón.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Mozgov, he's checked in for James. Olynyk, he's checked in for Boston. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Boston with it. 1:25 left to play in the third. Right side, Thomas. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson.
Bien, falta para
That's
nosotros.
his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Cleveland.
When they needed some easy points in this game, they've been able to get to the foul line and get them.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs. What a night so far for Freak. He has 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Right wing. Here's Olynyk. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Freak kicks to Fry. The dish to Dellavedova. Feeds it to Shumpert. Pass to Freak. He tries for three. Rebounded by Smart. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And there's the pass to Crowder. Smart wide open. He fires. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Fry's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Freak gets the three-pointer goal. Freak's got 11. Now Thomas dishes to Smart. Soft touch off the glass.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup. Freak in at point guard. Jefferson is out there with Channing Fry. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. That's good. Shumpert's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Cavs. Zeller, a screen on Jefferson. Layup off the pick. There's Rozier. And there's a
permitió un rebote ofensivo, tendríamos que haber hecho eso, tío.
Looked like there was some contact. I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
¿Te pone nervioso? ¿Te pone nervioso? ¿Te pone nervioso? ¿Nervioso?
Good on the second free throw. Here's Freak. There's a good screen. Pass to Mozgov. Unloads from 13th. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Rozier the pass to Turner. Here's Rozier, and stolen by Freak. Here's Shumpert, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And then for Cleveland, Channing Fries checked in for Thompson. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Richard Jefferson. And Freak subbed in for Williams. Freak kicks to Fry. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Shumpert. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now here's Crowder. He kicks it to Sullinger. A baseline J. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down, and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for Cleveland.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Irving. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Now here's Freak, defended by Crowder. Freak dishes to Fry. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Boy, I tell you what, guys,
hemos conseguido nada, pero ahora vamos, ¿no?
I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And Sullinger missing. Down low, they get a hand on it. Crowder with the steal. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his third foul so far. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rozier. And so it's Cleveland taking care of it.
Bueno, no, está bien. Falta otra mierda, LeBron.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Kyrie Irving. Talk about lighting it up in the second
Yo lo
quarter.
soy, ¿no?
My
Entonces,
word, that was just huge.
si no soy yo, ¿qué más quiere?
And we are still early in the postseason. There's more round.
Bueno, avanzamos, ¿no? Insignia desbloqueada. Mister Espectáculo. Podemos ver la insignia, ¿verdad? Hay insignia y cosas así. Que eso vemos ahora. ¿Cómo se hace? Seguramente ahora habrá la cinemática esa.
I know money isn't everything to you, Freak. And I find it hard to say this, but I've grown to respect men in you. You're a man of conviction. But it's my responsibility to point out the consequences of that way of thinking. Now, for you, winning is everything. But winning isn't something you could do alone. It requires excellent, or at the very least, competent coaching, contributing teammates, and God willing, good health. And we all know that's not a guarantee. Now, the reality is you're not in control of any of those other factors. But if you, as the star player, fail to win and deliver a championship, You will be held responsible. You will be scapegoated, you will be villainized, and you will be punished accordingly. So when you say to me that as a free agent, all you care about is being in the best position to win, I understand what you mean. But again, that's not only up to you. Now, I'm going to call my guy at Apologetics. I'm going to get us a private plane for this tour. I promise you're going to love the free agency experience. Now, your relationship with
Ahora somos agente libre. Mis pies están volando, qué guay.
We now only have 3. But thankfully, you wised up when it came to Vic. You've been in contact with Vic? Yo, freak, look at me.
He still has one of my cars down.
What did I tell you about the L word?
The L word? What is
loyalty? I don't know what kind of hold this Vic has over you, but it makes me scared. You're a free agent for the first time in your career, and the only person you need to be loyal to is you. You need to be an FOF. You need to be a friend of Freak. Let's forget about winning without appropriate compensation and loyalty that hasn't been earned and isn't deserved. This is a tough business, Freak. We need to be tougher. Come on.
CC?
Woo! Lord Jesus, I was about to blow a gasket. Okay, Freak. Now, there are very few options on the table, and I want you to explore them all before making your final decision. Whatever you decide, it needs to be an informed decision, not an emotional one. The larger the markets, the greater resources at your disposal, and exposure for you. But if you don't allocate these resources properly, then it's just a big spotlight on you as you lose.
Well, thank you kindly, big sis.
She's right, Freak.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Team Freak. That's what we're about.
Oh, whoa, I don't know if I like this.
What?
Dom and CC high-fiving like that?
Yeah, why you got so certain I'm gonna lose?
Whoa. No one thinks you're going to lose.
You guys sure sound like it.
We just want you to select a franchise that has great coaching, super talent, exposure, but most importantly, a ton of cap space. If the team doesn't win and you're to blame, at least you won't be broke, capiche?
Capiche.
Also, you should make sure it's somewhere you want to raise a family, but no pressure.
You guys have made this decision so much easier.
What do Mom and Dad say?
But honestly, I'm torn. I've heard and listened to what you've all had to say. Don't take this the wrong way. There's just one person I haven't heard from, and that's big.
Lord help us.
Yo, Vic, where you at? I've been trying to call you, man. Hit me back.
You know him. He's probably somewhere too loud to hear his phone.
I don't know. I think Vic's actually upset with me.
Lanzado. 2016. Agente libre. Ya disponible. Ahora eres un agente libre. Elige 3 equipos en los que estés interesado en el negocio si quieres. Si crees que puedes conseguir un contrato mejor, pero no presiones demasiado. Sí. ¿Yo qué quiere que te diga? Que quiero que nos vamos a quedar una temporada más en esto. Porque los Certis no me quieren, ¿no? Bueno, los Certis no me lo he pasado hasta aquí. 22% nada. Bueno. 3 opciones. Pues esta. Los Utah Jets. Los New York Knicks. Es que los Utah no sé si son buenos. Y vamos a poner en plan... los Spurs, por si acaso. Espera, esto todavía no lo entiendo. Dice, a ver, solo por partido me dan 300. Los Cavaliers. Por ahora está bien. A los Rockets vamos a ver negociar. Más minutos. Negociar ambas. Esperar. A ver, como la caguemos. 19 minutos. Está fuera. Los Spurs. Vamos a pedirle más dinero. Y esperamos aquí. Pues no, menos Cavaliers.
I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece. My lady, thank you guys for all your support. I'd also like to thank all the fans, and all the people out there who consider themselves an FOF, friend of free. My free agency has been nothing short of amazing. And frankly, it has been a dream come true. But like most dreams, the reality is very different from what I imagined. Though I wouldn't change a thing about this period and the time I spent in the NBA, I can honestly say that nothing has been more gratifying and more difficult choosing where to play next year. I sought the wise counsel of my loved ones. Nothing puts me at ease more than knowing that regardless of my decision, you guys will be there for me no matter what. Now, there are so many wonderful teams in the league, each field with stellar talent and all vying to be number one. For me, there's nothing more important than winning and surrounding myself with those who feel just as passionately about the game as I do and have an unrelenting desire to win a championship ring. That's what matters most to me. It is for this reason above all, I've decided to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Igual, cójalo que coja te van a animar igual. Como si te va el peor equipo de la liga. Pero bueno, los Cleveland están bien. En marcha. En marcha. Cinemática, ¿no? ¿Me estás diciendo? ¿Me estás contando que es cinemática? Es mi novia, pero nunca me he visto besarme con ella. Mira, abajo, ¿quién es?
Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak?
Yo, who's this?
This is Officer Vasquez with the 9th Precinct.
Officer Vasquez? What did Vic do now?
Mr. Freak, there's been an accident. Look, we're gonna need you to come down to the following address as soon as possible.
What kind of accident? Put Vic on the phone.
I can't do that, sir.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to talk to Vic.
Look, sir, we need you to calm down as soon as you can.
No, hey, listen. Put down the phone, and I don't want to hear it get picked up until Victor Van Leer's on the phone.
Give me the phone.
Put Vic on the phone.
Mr. Freak, Mr. Van Leer was killed in a car accident.
What's going on? Give me the phone.
The car he was driving was registered to you. We were able to identify him from the
flyers
of
his
possession.
Freak,
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Freak, give me the phone. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Yes. This is Cece. This is Freak's manager. Who am I speaking with?
Hi. Yes, look, we're going to need somebody to come down and identify Mr. Van Leer. Eyewitnesses say that he was involved in a car chase. 2 cars were chasing him, and as the chase escalated, he eventually lost control and crashed. Look, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Hello. Outside of the deceased, is anybody else injured?
Vic died in a car accident. What?
Ni qué lágrima. Como el sudor.
No. Freak, I'm sorry. He died.
Se ríe. Te da un poquito de miedo, por favor. Una dura realidad.
Sis all started here.
Yep, right here in the dome.
Yeah, man, it was all about living the dream. Yeah. I know it'd be some nightmares.
As Daddy always says, all that glitters ain't gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss my brother Vic, though.
Deep down, he was a good person at heart.
Vamos a ponernos un tatuaje ahora en honor a Vic.
Even when we were little growing up.
Ay, Dios
Love him
mío.
anyway. I knew he was trying to take advantage of our friendship, but I didn't care. We were boys, ride or die.
Ride or die.
Just hope Vic finally found peace and depth that he never found in life.
Well, may he rest in power. When you really sit down and think about it, life is up the link of an eye. And that's so quick. We spend a third sleeping in bed, third trying to figure this thing called life out. Yo, by the time we think you got it all figured out, you only got a third of your life left.
Yeah, life's a trip.
Say that again.
Life's a trip.
10 times 10.
Honey. Hey, yo, shout out to my man Vic.
Shout out to Vic. Who won us bound.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about to wake up the project like I used to.
Better not. You better not. You ain't kids no more.
Cece?
Hey!
Why are you sneaking up on us?
Man, we thought you two left town yesterday after the funeral.
We decided to stay one more day.
Hay que cambiarse ya de ropa, señores.
Okay.
What y'all doing?
Yeah, chatting.
Yeah, talking about yesterday's service.
Okay.
How you holding up, son?
Lord, I'm okay, Pops. But you know what? We love you two so much. And it's only now that I'm realizing how much you two sacrificed for Cece and myself. Hey, you know, Vic didn't really get to know his father growing up. We were lucky to grow up in a household with two loving parents. And you know what's sad to say? People thought we had a highly unusual home in a project.
Yeah, folks always talk about the negative effects of boys with no father in the home, but it affects girls too. And it's helped me in my relationships with men in my life.
What man?
Anywho, I know that all men are not dogs because I had a great father in the home. You, Daddy.
I was there too. He didn't do it alone now.
Yes, Mama, of course. It goes without saying.
Thank you, daughter. I did what my father did, and his father before that. A man, a real man, will always be involved in his children's lives. I love your mother. We had our ups and downs, but I love her more than life itself. You two are a direct result of that true love.
Yeah, we know that.
Switching subjects. I know the both of you like I know the back of my hand. You said you were leaving after the service. Why are you here out of the blue?
Yeah, what's up?
Why I gotta be all that?
Yeah, we can't stop by and show our love and appreciation for our loving parents. I'm highly offended.
I am appalled.
What's happening?
Yeah, come clean.
Okay. Me and Cece just want to give you a little present.
Yeah, a small token, a small repayment for everything you've done for us.
Yeah, all the sacrifices you've made.
And we want nothing in return but your love. And grandchildren.
But get married first.
Yeah, save your money.
But Daddy, we really just
But Daddy, nothing. You heard your father.
Well, maybe one day.
Maybe. But one day is not today.
Nope.
Okay. Well, for real, we do have an actual flight to catch tonight.
For real this time?
Yes, for real this time.
Well,
It's good to see you again.
Yes.
Love you
Hey,
so
y'all
much.
call
Safe
us when you
flight.
get there, okay?
as soon as you land.
Okay, Mama.
Yeah, y'all
Okay,
call
Mama.
us as soon as you get back.
All right, as soon as you land.
All right, promise.
Take care of your brother.
Of course, always.
I got this.
Hey, did you forget something?
No, can you do me a favor and head to the sofa?
The sofa. What's at the sofa?
Just look behind the cushion.
Behind the cushion. Pete, come here.
What they want now?
What's in the envelope?
Just look inside, Mama.
Pete, you open. Frequency, what's this?
Does it look like it opens doors?
Keys to a house.
Uh-huh.
A new home?
Uh-huh.
Son, I done told you and your sister 1,000,000 times. Me and your mother are very comfortable right where we are.
Absolutely right.
This is Harlem, USA. Project or no project. This is our apartment. This is the home we made for you to raise you up right in. We're not moving like everybody else. Tell him.
Frequency, we both appreciate it very much. I mean, we're very grateful.
Okay,
honey.
look, there's something else in the envelope.
He says look inside the envelope.
What?
Well, look inside.
Montego Bay, Jamaica. Baby, pack your bags.
We are living the dream. Oh.
Thank y'all. Love you.
All right, love you guys.
Love you.
Dear Freak, by the time you read this letter, I'll be long gone. I wrote this letter because it's the only way I think my voice will ever be heard. This piece of yellow paper is the only way I'll ever get any of you to stop, listen, really get to know me, Victor Van Leer. My childhood was turbulent, but even in the most unsettling times, there was a break in the tide. Father was the rocky water. My mom's was the gentle surf.
Madre mía.
Pops did a lot of foolish stuff, but when he wasn't trashed and was actually taking the time to be a father, he'd say, Vic, you got one life, a fragile life. God can take this life whenever he sees fit. So live, and live plentifully. Each day God gives, live it in abundance. My pops was a smart dude. Most dangerous kind. Educated and street smart. And this apple didn't fall too far from the tree. My mom, yo, she was an angel. No matter how heavy the hand, she would do anything. And by chance, when I was casted into that darkness, she was the voice I followed back to the light. I was so young. Too young. My decaying flesh carries the scars and memories that won't fade. She's the reason I'm as loving as I was. She taught me to look at others as human beings and not objects. Now, where there's pain, a simple kiss, hug, where I love you, disperse that rainy day. That's why I'll never understand. Why? Why she of all people was taken from me. The only one good thing I ever had in my life. And that was my mother. You ever feel lonely? Well, I didn't have any siblings. No one would claim me as their own. It is the first time in my life I questioned the point of living at all. If it wasn't for your family taking me in, I swear I was going to open my wrist or jump in front of the A train. But I found love. I found it through my new family. Mr. P, man, he was the complete opposite of who my dad was. He was foreign to me. He was a good, honorable man, and to be honest, he intimidated me. I didn't believe I could ever be the man he tried teaching me to be. Miss Martha, damn. Real talk, I was in love with that woman. Frick, if you're reading this right now, I'm sorry. I never met one hottie that came close to her. Mr. Peter's a lucky dude. But unlike my dad, he could recognize the angel in his presence. Aside from my own mom, she's the only other person I truly think understood me. I just wanted to be loved, yo. I just wanted to belong. CC, man, I've seen her make the hardest dudes break at the wrist. I've seen her turn coal into diamonds and then back into coal again, just by doing this intense stare she do. CC is no joke. I love her though. We used to be close, and again, I'm sorry, Freak, but when your sister get all mad and on one, damn, I just, whew. CC, I love you more than you will ever know. Hope in my time past you can finally forgive me. Yvette is beautiful. A woman about success, work ethic, and never settling for less. Which, that's why I didn't stand a chance. Freak was king. And me, a big, fat zero. She was cool though. Chill. And when she wasn't being all uptight, that girl was mad funny. I could see why you fell in love with her. She could make any man better. She was exactly what I wanted. And definitely what you needed. Frequency vibrations. My boy. My blood. I'm sorry I couldn't be as great as you. I'm sorry I was your weight and not your pedestal. I wanted to be a lot of things. I thought I was the next prodigy. Then you hit that court, and I knew. It was it. It was you, freak. It was you. I didn't have much of a life. At least not one I could be proud of. I never said this to you, but I wanted to be you. All I wanted was a taste. Just a little taste of everything I never had. You blame me? Like my dad said, life is short, and I just wanted to live it abundantly. I know it hurts, but your life would be better without me. There's nothing holding you down anymore, freak. I believe in you. And I always look out for you from above, B. Hey, bring that Jesus piece back for your boy, though, you know. The shuttles work. I love you, freak. At least I did something right. At the end, I felt as though I had no place here anymore. I never felt as though I belonged. Maybe my greatness is in the heaven. Or maybe, just maybe, my greatness is you, freak. I just hope you and the fam remember me as I remember my mom. Look at people like human beings, not objects. Because if you wait, it's often too late. So just say you love them now, man. Be the voice they can follow out of darkness. Be to them what my mother was to me. An angel. Your boy, resting in power. Vic.
Bueno, dramático ante todo, ¿no? Ay, Dios mío. El buen Vic. Este que hace de freak, ¿vale? Ya está, ya debemos terminar la historia. Ya ni más. La historia es solo juego y los partidos. Este es Vic. Y estos ya son toda la gente que hay, que han hecho. Ah, yo quiero ver a Ivette. Quiero ver a Ivette. Uf, el orto ese que ha salido. Quiero ver de quién ha salido. Este que más se parece, tío. Puto amo, tío. Pues fue guapa la chavala, ¿eh? Dan Paganotti. Dan Paganotti. Ya está. Ya esto es... Pues bueno, ya hemos terminado con la historia de Fucking Sea Preparations de Freak. Y ahora ya empezamos la temporada con todos los partiditos. Y eso, así que yo jugaré a full. Y os traeré los partidos más interesantes o lo que queráis ver. Bueno. Cuando esto cargue, espero que os haya gustado. Dale a like si os ha gustado, compartirlo con vuestros amigos. Y...
Welcome to your second NBA season. Now that your career is progressing and your brand is growing, you will be challenged with managing increasing demands off the court. In between games, you'll have decisions to make on how to spend your off days. Will you refine your skill on the court and work on increasing your attributes in live practices? Do you want to earn fame and extra money by partnering with global brands? Or would you rather establish personal connections with some of the game's most influential
Sí, podemos hablar con gente y todas esas cosas, hacer un amigo.
The choice is yours.
It's yours. Hay muchas cosas que hacer, Ahora sí sale estas cosas. Por ejemplo, mi carrera, mi minuto, ¿no? Todavía no soy titular. Ahora sí, coño, ahora sí. ¿Quién es nuestro base? Es que Kyrie Irving 61 me detenemos. ¿Quién más hay? Bueno, vamos subiendo 21 minutos y después podemos superar Kyrie Irving nunca vamos a superarle. Pero bueno, mi carrera, esto, petición de traspaso, conexiones, ¿qué?
Welcome to Connections. Here, you're able to form relationships with NBA players, legends, and other persons.
Vale. Vamos a hablar con... Aquí ahora vamos ganando aficionados y esa cosa. Tenemos 33.540 de aficionados. Y bueno, por ahora no vamos a usar nada de conexiones, patrocinio.
Endorsements is where your agent.
Vale. No, parece no que tengamos nada importante. Y ya está, a ver, mejora, podemos mejorar. Bueno, como digo, ya aquí ya son todos los partidos, ¿vale? Veis aquí, ¿vale? Así que bueno, esto lo voy a ir jugando yo y ya jugaré yo un partido el que yo quiera. Espero que os haya gustado, dale a like si os ha gustado, compartirlo con vuestros amigos, suscribiros si no lo estáis y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.